Hi, Zach Reiser here, and welcome back to another Bass Effects review video. Today, I am getting into the Empress ecosystem. This is especially fun for me because Empress, in a way, is kind of going full circle. So the Empress Superdelay I got almost 10 years ago, and that was the first boutique pedal I ever really owned, and it was also the first kind of mega delay that I ever used, and it's what really got me into delay. So I've been incredibly excited to see what 10 years of development Empress has done for their next mega delay, and it is incredibly satisfying, diverse, and just an overall inspiring pedal. So as usual, Empress has a lot to offer. We have tons of delay modes here. I'm going to try to show my favorite engine of each particular mode, and then also show off some of the dual delay capabilities. So let's get into it. Real quick, here's my bass's dry tone Dingwall ABZ 6-string on the neck pickup. All right, let's start with the digital delays. Now, my favorite engine is just the straight up pristine digital delay. Super clean, but still has something to it that makes it really satisfying. Let's hear a little bit of that digital delay with some slap. I've turned the tone up to give it a little bit of high passing, and I've turned the feedback down a little bit. Moving on to the tape modes, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. Tape delay is maybe one of my favorite styles of delay of all time, and every single tape setting on the Empress is awesome. So I'm going to start with the Echoplex setting on a preset that I made that's basically a slapback setting. So let's hear a little bit of that with a pick. Try a little bit of that with some synth setup here. So Boss OC2, straight wet with a little bit of source audio, Aftershock for some dirt. Here's the dry tone. And now let's hear it into that Echoplex slapback. This is another tape setting, and this is the new tape engine. Incredibly satisfying, just rich and warm and ethereal. Jumping right into one of my favorite sounds, the freeze gliss on the Hog 2. I've switched to the Space Echo tape setting, just a little bit darker, a little more saturation than the new tape. But here is that freeze gliss setting without the Empress. Let's spice that up a little bit with some Space Echo. Out of all the analog delays, my favorite, I think, is the Blue Light or the Maxon emulator. I love the Maxon analog delay. It's one of my favorite actual analog delays. Sounds great with my dry bass, but it sounds especially good with a little bit of overdrive. So here's my dry bass. You can hear it gets that nice kind of breakup when I hit it harder. But here's with a little bit of overdrive, same delay settings. MultiTap delays or pattern delays, in the case of the one that I'm going to show here, are always fun for me. I love any kind of rhythmic delay setting. So the MultiTap gives you the option of actually tapping in your own 5-tap pattern if you want, but I'm choosing to use the preset pattern delay here. So this is with just one repeat. Let's crank that feedback up to get into some more entertaining territory. The mod delay engines in the Empress actually surprised me a little bit. I thought it would just be chorused delays or flanged or phaser delays, but they're a little bit more unique than that. One is a panning delay, which I'm not going to show because I'm not running in stereo. And then one is kind of this cool multi-waveform chorus delay that can get you kind of some warped vinyl effects. But I'm going to show the tremolo delay. So right now, here is the way that's set up. You'll hear the tremolo only affects the delay tails. Let's play with that for a sec. One thing that's really cool about the Empress, there are a ton of kind of hidden features inside. So I'll give you an example. If I take my delay time, crank it down, turn the feedback off, and turn my mix all the way up, now I just have a tremolo. And it's a pretty damn good sounding one. Similar to the mod delays, the filter delay actually surprised me a little bit too. So the traditional filter delay is a sweeping low-pass or bandpass filter that sounds kind of like this on the delay trails, only affecting the delay. So to show that a little bit more, here's my dry mix in there. Pretty standard. But if we go to this mode, this is an envelope controlled filter on the delay line. Very cool. So the harder I pluck, the more the filter opens. I'm going to turn the delay time up a little bit here. So kind of like the tremolo delay, a little bit of a hidden feature here on this envelope filtered delay. If you turn your delay time down, your feedback down, and your mix up a little bit, you have a pretty damn good sounding envelope filter. Real quick, one more filter delay because, as I said, they were kind of surprised me. I've never really heard this before. So this is called the swoosh echo, and it's kind of this cool textural downward envelope filter on the delay. So I have to show this delay. It's called the Drunk Ewok, and if you can tell from the poster behind me, I might be a bit of a Star Wars fan. But it is an unbelievably cool multi-tap reverb ambient delay. So it gives you a diffusion amount to kind of smooth out your repeats. So with no diffusion, this is what this sounds like. Very cool, a bunch of little clicks and taps. Crank up that diffusion though. Moving on to the reverse delay modes, though, here. I'm actually going to skip over the standard reverse delay. Awesome sounding reverse delay, but it's pretty standard. The reverse mode B, though, is cool for me because it's the first time I ever got introduced to a crystals style delay effect was when I had my old Empress Superdelay. And they kind of kicked it up a notch with this one because they give you control of two different pitched reverse delays. So if it's just octave up, you get this standard crystal effect. But I can detune one of those to a fifth to get a little bit more dynamic of a sound. Crystal delay effects like this, or these reverse shimmering delays, are one of my favorite things to use with a big fat sub signal. Turn the mix way down, you just kind of get this nice stuff on top of your subline. So there's two different stutters in the Empress ecosystem. One is like a chopped delay, and then one is just a straight up kind of glitched stuttering effect. I'm using the latter because it's more fun for me. I have it on the auto trigger mode, so when I push a note down, it automatically starts stuttering. I could control the rate with an expression pedal, but since I don't have an expression pedal plugged in, I'm going to do it with my right hand on the delay knob. Let's hear a little bit of that. So So one of the lo-fi modes is a bit crushed or sample rate reduced delay. Cool, because it doesn't sample rate reduce your dry signal, just the delay line. Here's a little bit of that. Whiskey mode number 1. This is similar to the reverse delay or the kind of reverse delay mode 2, which is that shimmering up octave delay. But this one actually is controlled by my attack or how loud I pluck. So I get a unison level delay reverse if I pluck soft, but I get an octave up if I pluck loud. Let's get into one thing that makes the Empress ecosystem, I think, almost totally unique on the market and incredibly cool. It is completely dual engined. I can run 2 delays at the same time in parallel or series, which allows for some incredibly dense, cool textures. So my first preset here, and I haven't mentioned this yet, but just like the reverb, you have 35 onboard presets, totally accessible via these switches, or you can run it with a MIDI switcher and have up to 128. But this preset right here is a tape delay, the new tape setting, and then a reverse delay at the same time. So here, let's listen to that. Moving on to dual delay preset number 2, but more on the ambient side of things here. This is a shimmer delay, or that reverse mode B, coupled with a swelling delay in the ambient mode. Dual delay setting number 3. So this is something I didn't know the Empress ecosystem could do until I started making this video. You can not only stack different delay engines, you actually can stack the exact same delay engine. So for instance, on the Space Echo setting, it's normally a single head Space Echo, but if I stack 2 of them with different delay times, I get into that multi-head Space Echo or even Benson Echorec territory. Dual delay number 4, this is using kind of another one of those hidden features. So back to that bit crushing lo-fi delay. Here is that soloed. I'm not using any repeats, so it's just a pure bit crusher. So you got a bit crusher without buying a bit crushing pedal. Now, coupled with that, I have a nice analog delay. This is another nice setting to run with a little bit of that synth setup, Boss OC2 Source Audio Aftershock. Finally, one more dual delay setting. This is that swoosh echo, pure wet, so just the swoosh, running into the drunk Ewok setting. Very fun textural delay. So that is my review of the Empress Echosystem. I hope that you guys got a great idea of how powerful and inspiring this pedal really is. I'll be back very soon with more pedals and effects as well as performance videos. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe below if you enjoyed.